Hi, fabulous fifth graders. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about Google Docs. And Google Docs is kind of like Microsoft Word, but it's really cool because if you forget to save it, you don't lose it. And again, it's part of our Google family. So remember, we have Google Slides, Google Classroom, Google Docs, Google Sites, Google everything. So to get onto your Google Documents, you can again go to your waffle and find it underneath there. So I go waffle, look for my docs, there it is. Or I could go to my KPBSD home site and go into my drive and look for it there as well. Or you could use the super secret fast way, and that's just going here to the search bar and typing docs.new. So that's doc.new, and voila, it pulls up an empty Google document. So the very first thing you are going to want to do is I'm going to move this over so you can see it a little bit better. You're going to want to put a title on the top here. So I'm going to how to use Google Docs. And anytime you use Google Docs, you're basically going to be using, for the most part, using it to write a formal paper. So this is a little different than using Google Slides where, you can kind of change the fonts, get all crazy. This is kind of has some set guidelines to it. So when you are writing a formal paper, no matter whether you're in middle school, high school, college, there's a few expectations that you have, or a few guidelines, give or take a little bit. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I change my font to Times New Roman. Oh man, Times New Roman, all the way down here. The next thing I'm going to do is make sure to have my font be a size 12. Right down here. And then I want to make sure my paper, everything is aligned on the left. So it looks like it all is. And then set for double spacing. Now this will change as you get older. It might go to single space, but for the time being I want you all in double space so that people can edit it and read it more clearly. So in your top left corner here, you're going to put your heading. And this is where you will have your first name, what grade you are in, oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, it goes your name, the date. So today is August 25th, 2020. Or I could have wrote it 8-2020. That's just a short, abbreviated way to write the date, so I don't have to write the whole thing. The next thing you're going to put your grade. Grade 5, or grade old for me. All right. After you get done, you're going to you're going to title your paper. And remember, mine is how to use Google Docs. So I'm going to press the enter button twice. 1, 2. After pressing twice, I'm going to write in my title, how to use Google Docs. Now you notice here I've got it underlined, and to underline, you go up here to the U, click on it, highlight your words, and it'll underline it for you. Or there's a shortcut, you can press Control U, and it'll either underline it, or Control U, and it'll underline it. Once you have your title, you're going to press enter, and now we're going to start our paragraph. And now this is really, really important. Whenever you start a paragraph, you need to make sure you indent. And to indent using a computer, you click the Tab key. And this is where you will start your new sentence. So I have a job for you, just like with Google Slides, and Flipgrid, your job today is to create a Google document. So forgot to take the underline off. Create a Google document. Make sure you title your document So there are a few things that your document that I want to see you know how to do, that you got from this. So I want to make sure you title your document. Next, do the following. I want you to change your font to 12. I'm going to change that so you guys, I don't want to mess up your formatting. So next, change your font to 12 times New Roman, and make sure to align your paper on the left. Now I want you to create a header. This is your header right here, your heading. So create a header with your name, date, and make sure you use one of these two formats here. Date and grade. Then skip or enter, press enter twice. Oh no. Did you guys notice what I forgot to ask you to do? I forgot to ask you to double space, so I'm going to have you go back up here. It says change your font to 12, use Times New Roman, and make sure to align. So I'm going to put a comma here, and I'm going to write double space. Use double spaces, and make sure to align your paper on the left. Then press enter twice and write a title for your paper, making sure to underline it. Finally, you are going to write me 3 things. Ooh, I don't like the way that was said. I'm going to erase that. So finally, write me 3 would you rather questions. And remember, would you rather questions, they are questions. So make sure you're writing them as a way to ask a question, not a statement. So for example, would you rather brush your teeth with dirt or bubble gum? And so on. Now make sure you keep your would you rathers appropriate, and I'll keep track of these and ask them throughout the week too to see what your other classmates would you rathers be as well. So once you've written your 3, there's one final step. So your final step, so lastly, make sure to share your document with Mrs. Cotroneo. And remember, to share your document, it's kind of cut off here, but you go to your little share button, you type in your name here, So you start typing my name, Christy, and it pops up. Click on it. I'm the editor. Perfect. And I pressed send. All right. I look forward to reading your Would You Rathers.